So we're turning off our media to look at social media and looking for the information on the bloody fires. Now, there's so much stuff coming out. I just want to talk about a few things. You have a look at the mayor, you have a look at the governor, you have a look at no water, you have a look at the videos about Trump going on. I mean, we're all Trump supporters, or I am, I know that, but there's a reason why. And have a look what he was saying about, he was talking to the governor about the water problems.
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish.
Okay, then you look at the insurance companies. There's a couple of people out here. I've got one coming up very, very soon to show you that they're talking about canceling fire insurance.
This fire is unbelievable. It's along the Pacific Coast Highway, right along the ocean, and they don't even have firefighting planes picking up water off the ocean and using that water to put these fires out. Okay, the fire hydrants in these communities are not even working. Okay, people are jumping in their pools to stay safe. Okay, State Farm Insurance canceled thousands of policies months ago. Coincidence? Happened just to be the Pacific Palisades area. This is another Lahaina. And by the way, Gavin Newsom is there right now getting his photo op. Maybe you need to jump in a pool, Gavin Newsom.
G'day guys, this is Jay from Journey of a Whitefeather, and this is a special edition about the LA fires. I just can't stop talking about it. It's not about actually what's happened. It's all the garbage that's happening behind the scenes. That we're looking at people who go, oh, leaders aren't leaders, or leaders are always looking out for us, or they've got their head in the sand and they're talking absolute shit about people who are actually saying, you know, things are happening out there to you, wake up. Well, if you can't see that something's happening really dodgy over there, I mean, for God's sake, there's no water. The firefighters can't fight without any bloody water in there. Okay, it's the middle of winter and there's these fires, these ravaging fires. It happens to be in Hollywood. Well, we can go there as well. We can go there with all the reports about P. Diddy and all those kind of things. I mean, all you have to do is see Ali Carter about her videos. Go and look her up.
Watch for those fires. Explosions make fires too. Explosions make accidental fires too, and then oops, we don't know how that happened, and then you look into it and you see that it's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to trafficking, and then you realize, oh, it wasn't just an explosion.
And you'll find out what's going on. There's a couple of videos I'm going to show you that these are real people, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this channel's all about, talking to real people. Now, this guy over here that I've seen, he's talking about the insurances being bloody canceled.
Okay, State Farm Insurance canceled thousands of policies months ago. Coincidence? Happened just to be the Pacific Palisades area.
I mean, Michael Moore talked about this stuff back in the 90s, okay, about how, you know, Humana and all those things were basically a money laundering place where they basically stopped putting people first and taking the money and doing everything they can not to pay out. There's evidence of that. You go and look at Michael Moore's videos. I mean, I watched him. I thought it was fantastic. But if people were saying there was two people, one lady from the Palisades area who said their 90-year-old family, mum and dad, had their fire insurance cancelled. I mean, you don't hear this stuff on mainstream media. Because again, even though you have awareness, you have choice. You can say it's full of shit. Okay, you can say everyone like me and everyone else who's talking is full of shit, but we're not. You can't make this shit up. Talking about this P. Diddy scandal, right? Okay, you can believe it or not. It's up to you. Fair enough. You know, he's been incarcerated for whatever it may be. But then there's wildfires. There's all this crap about, you know, undercover tunnels and all those kind of things that you see. I mean, go and read it for yourself. I mean, don't take my word for it. Go and do your own research, as my friend Red's Opinion does. Big shout out to you, mate. But as a human being, what the hell's going on? You have a look at this woman here. I'll put this clip back on. Just have a look at the absolute no care, probably caring more about her ego and her pocket when she gets questioned about what's happening in her town of LA.
Citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
The mayor, I've gone, the mayor's in Ghana. Ghana for what? What, the day before, puts on a 24, apparently put a 24-hour emergency evacuation, got on a bloody plane and pissed off. I mean, seriously. You can't make this shit up. Seriously. And then another one is multiple news reports that say that the governor, Mr. Newsom, use that term bloody loosely, it's a wrestling term, that he didn't put the water inside or within LA because he's protecting a bloody fish that is going extinct or something, but you can see fish everywhere else in America or something like that. I mean, I've seen this about, Donald Trump said it. I mean, as I said, I'm pro-Trump. I'm not going to lie. All right. But at the end of the day, we have a fair and just system where you can make your own choice. This is where freedom of choice comes in. Freedom of speech, freedom of getting the information out there, and people just take it as it comes. People are turning to social media, ladies and gentlemen. They're turning to it because you're seeing real people. You're seeing real people. They're running from their cars. Okay, they're in LA. They've been told to run from their cars. They've been told, and you see then that there's a truck there pushing all the cars together. It's just destroying people's lives. So what the fuck is going on? And why aren't these leaders, and this is why we crack the shits about the leaders, why aren't they really looking after our sovereignty and our freedoms and where we live? Because then that's why people go out and say they're looking after themselves. They're pacing their own back pocket. The mayor of LA saying there's no water to fight fires when you have these fires that are like it's a natural disaster. And you haven't got anything to save your people. I mean, that's not saying anything but incompetence. Have a look at it. I mean, you can say what you want, but that's obvious. It's incompetent. Have a look at it. I mean, whether people care or not, I don't know. Okay, but it gets to a point where you have to actually go out and say something. And it's one of those things where you look at these pictures that are there, you look at the fires, you look at everything that people are saying, and you take everything in and you make your own decisions. But you can't not see there's facts from Fox News, from Sky News, BBC are all reporting no water in the area.
Happened in the West Coast for them to get water, and they want to renew their project, which is a 113-year-old aqueduct to refill the area. Whatever it is, when they did their dry runs, that was a total non-answer from Governor Newsom. You tell me Governor DeSantis go down and answer that. Even if the answer's not good, he just totally obscured it as if he's in some 12th grade debate.
Up to the locals.
So where is this Newsom guy? What's he doing? God, he's gone the ground, hasn't he? It's one of those things where they can't answer the freaking questions.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today?
Can you back up, please? Appreciate it.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Imagine living, you trust yourself in someone, right? In a leader. And we have a lot of great leaders in the community, who think and know that they do a great job for society and themselves. But isn't the government supposed to govern? What are they doing? Apparently, this lady cut funding to the fire stations in LA. For what? Seriously, you have to ask yourself for what, but they won't give you the answer. These guys are being exposed, ladies and gentlemen. And we've just got to wake up. And it's one of those things, as I said when I went overseas, we just need someone to believe in. And that's why the Donald Trump effect is going around. Whether you like him or hate him or whatever, we're looking for someone to believe in, because we're not believing in a lot of our leaders these days. And we got no choice into voting for them. But well, I'm tell you straight up, I'm not. I'm looking for an alternative to help me and humanity, because that's what we do. We're trying to help humanity, give people awareness. And I feel for the poor people over in LA. I was there only 4 weeks ago, and it could have been me. I was walking around the strip, meeting some great people, which I'll put some video up now. But at the same time, I look at that now and I've just gone, that could have been me there. I could have been trapped. And these poor people, they're losing their lives, losing everything they own. And you've got insurance companies cutting in fire insurance. Suddenly, come on. Why? Oh, we're going to go broke. Well, we're all going to go broke if everything keeps going up and people keep take. We can go into that a bit later. We have a look at what's happening. I believe that these guys are falling, and we can go talk about universal karma or whatever. You can say Mother Nature's all that. We didn't even know how these things started. At the end of the day, something's got to give, and humanity must come first. There must be good leaders out there to actually lead, and this is why we're looking to people to lead and to put these people who are in these positions, take them to task.
We are sick and tired in LA County of having liberal political leadership play Russian roulette with all of our lives. Look at that. Look at these images. This was preventable, Harris. I'm not saying it could have been stopped. There was nobody on the TV out here in LA except Gavin Newsom doing his dog and pony show, talking about what we're supposed to do when this happens. Nobody had done anything to remove soil and vegetation for the last year. Nobody tested the water pipes. This was not brain surgery.
What are you doing with our money, mate? We pay taxes, and you haven't got water to put out fires who are devastating a land. Regardless if you're a celebrity or whatever, it's still not good to lose what's going on there. You know, not to lose everything you own. Not like the common man who, as you saw, have been told that their policies have been cancelled just before the greatest fire in LA history. It's going to burn down Hollywood. You can't ignore this, ladies and gentlemen. And it gives you a voice to rise. And what are you going to do? Now it's about the people over in LA, and just asking the question, insurances, why are you cancelling? Governor is trying to save a bloody fish, and you just cost, and you can't stop one of the greatest natural disasters in LA history because you haven't got any bloody water. And you didn't listen to Donald Trump. You didn't listen to bloody Donald Trump when he told you to put some water.
You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants today in Los Angeles. It was a terrible thing. And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done.
The thing is, there's another one to say they're not even going to pick up water out of the ocean to drop on it. There's no helicopters. What the hell is going on? And then these people in power have the gall to go and just say, oh, we're doing everything we can. Just look at the face of that woman, Karen, that Karen woman. Wow. Karen, yeah. Have a look at her. Did not give a shit. did not give a shit, and it trickles down. And we elect these wankers into Parliament and into governors. Yeah, they go and get the ego. Oh, I'm a governor, great job. Yeah. Oh, we have to run by laws. Who's running the laws, mate? Stand up. Have a look what's happening. LA is now destroyed, and it will be even worse. And we've got friends over there that I'm worried about to see. I hope they're okay. Now, seriously, we have to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this video, listen to this special podcast. It's probably the first one I've done that I've actually spoken up about really how it all is. And look, I'll be honest with you, I could go right off, but there's absolutely no point. We have to basically put the facts out there so people can have the choice. If you think I'm fucking crazy, go for it. If you think that you can think I'm crazy, or you can think that, they're investigating P. Diddy, and then suddenly the Hollywood Hills go up. Okay, why is the insurance being cancelled 24 hours before the big fire? Why did Karen, the faceless woman, bugger off to Ghana, and then suddenly come in and come back and absolutely had no words, and they go, oh, she's probably in shock. Yeah, fucking bullshit, mate. Seriously, come on. And where's Newsom? Haven't heard from him. I'm just asking the question, ladies and gentlemen. And they say words speak. Yeah, words are great. Actions are greater. And I'll just finish with Brett's quote: being the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And much love to everyone over in LA. Thank you for your time. And this has been a chat with Jay. Thank you.